Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Olympus Sky, another video. And first off, if you'd like to listen just for a minute there, this video can become a bit messy, a lot of images here, a lot of things to show you. And it's not just about the couple of anomalies I'm about to show you, but it's about something different as well, which I would like to really point out. I've done this many times on my channel, but I'm feeling like doing this again, especially because I don't do a lot of moon videos. Got some good reasons for that, but this is like real moon camera, right? It has been on the moon. It was on the moon on 2012, the whole mission grill, and basically the images that we gotten back, at least the ones that are left at the moment, look ridiculous. But now I have a request for you. If you just please help me while clicking here on contact us, and it will bring you to, come on, the contact page. And if it would be possible, just try and contact them as well and tell them that their site isn't working for months, no matter where you're from, no matter what browser it seems. Just go to images, approximately 10,000 images. I had access to them in 2012, 2013. I was following the mission. Of course, I'm really enthusiastic, if you didn't know that yet, about space. And yeah, I'm always on top of those things, but it just isn't working. A lot of stuff on this site it isn't working. Now, I went back to archive.org, so you can see I still remember that there's exactly like 10,000 images here. I have actually seen that number drop, which is, you know why. But so yeah, this is like archive.org. I've donated some money there in the past, about 50 years, I guess. It's a really neat site. You can just check out a state of an older website, like it was previously. So you can pick a date here and check out what was on that link that isn't working anymore. Now, NASA is actually putting stuff in the code so it won't be tracked by this Wayback Machine, it likes to be called. But anyways, if you could just go to this page, I'll leave the link below and contact them, and at least of course first try to click on images for itself. But I haven't received a reply back, which is very frustrating. Now, alright, let's start the video. Now, before we go into anomalies, I would like to you will talk about my frustrations, basically. Let me check out one image here. This is an image, for example. It's from the Apollo 11. This is an official link here. You can see the date here. It's like 55 years old. Alright. When you look at the image, really nice quality for 55 years ago. And even the orbiters that they have sent out around the moon to make pictures had a lot better quality than we're getting these days. Now, in reference to grill, I will show you how grill images look like. Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Now, I know that they have a couple of, better images to show on this site that I can't access. I've been checking this out, hoping it will work, waiting for a reply, not getting a reply. It's frustrating. Now, as you can see here, let's see if I can zoom in. These are kind of the images we're getting now. And I'll show you in a moment another picture, because we're going back in time. We're going to check out some older images and try and catch them red-handed, as always. But it's just not defined. Look at this. It's ridiculous. It's overexposed. It's too dark. And okay, you could say, alright, we're on the moon. Okay, of course, but it will become a lot more clear. At least my frustrations will become a lot more clear in a second there. So let me grab here a couple of images. Look how high quality, 55 years ago. Are you kidding me? We're near Apollo 13, looking through. I don't know if this is a window or not. Doesn't even matter. Look at it. You can just see so much more in comparison to what we're seeing today. Alright, let's grab an older image here. Where do we start? Like I said in the beginning of the video, excuse me, this can be a little bit confusing. One of these images, at least I have to give credit to Mr. or Mrs. You don't know because it's internet. Liberato Nibiru, who has shared this image on Google+. And I'm not exactly sure because I already was working. Yeah, I was working on this image. It's from the archives. It's has been released like last year in June or so. It came out of the British Archive Library thing. I'm not sure. The company is called UCL and it's located in London. So if any questions or you want to see this person in here living in London, go ahead. If you want, I'll give you the address. So that's it, you know. So I was working on this one, and he or she just showed me this, and I was like, you know what, let's compare. And I went like to the back and I saw a couple of things there, and the images, because one is long and I found another one. Let's jump into Photoshop, will be a lot easier. So my point is with this whole everything's defined, more defined. Look at this. There's so much more to see in there. The images we take lately, or at least the newer ones, are worse than 55 years ago. I want really, you know, to get that in your head. Let me show you the original one here. This is the unedited, for example. So much more. So it's so much more clear than images we're seeing these days. So I decided, you know what, this looks really interesting. Interesting. And indeed, I've found several stuff in these images, but I'm not sure what image I should start with. It's basically one of his images that he was trying to pull out. Very interesting stuff as always. I got my own things in. But I immediately noticed this, because if this is a picture of a picture, which is a lot better than pictures you're getting these days, which is ridiculous. Alright, so we got a straight line here. Let me just warm up a little bit here. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've last uploaded, so it's kind of, you know, pretty straight. And something here, you know, nothing to worry about. But I also noticed kind of this vague hump here, and then it goes like an M here. Very interesting shape. So alright, I was, you know, really intrigued by that. So let's jump into the image. Let's see what else we can find. Now I actually found a base on this image, which is, it gets crazier and crazier. I wish I had this image like in real life, or like could like check it out in the museum. But it's not like you go into the museum and look at an image and ask the person, hey mister, could you please use some brightness and contrast, maybe a bit of sharp and a bit of blur here? Now that would be something if you could actually do that in the museum. Like some kind of technology or anything. Well, let's get into the base. I mean, there is a base and there's a really interesting circle. Like a disc shape hidden inside a crater. So we got a couple of interesting anomalies here. Let me show you the base first. It's actually right here. And I was, because it is kind of further away, but I was looking at it and it's actually standing up. So I was looking, of course, for lines and patterns to check out that will, you know, make it sure that it is standing up. But so yeah, you know, I had a line here. It's going up. So kind of like a window shape. Now hold on, we get to the interesting shapes here. So I was looking at this, and then you have another like vertically standing up crater. So alright, we have enough evidence here that there's some kind of thing that is sticking out the ground. It's going up into the air on a place without air. Let's zoom out here. You can see that there's a pipe here, there's a pipe here, there's a pipe here, there's a straight line here, goes down, goes like this, goes down, goes like this. So yeah, it definitely looks like some kind of structural base. I also find, you know, there's a ton of interesting stuff in there. Like for example this thing here, I haven't really seen it, but there's like indeed stuff sticking out of the ground. It's not as flat as they want you to think. And for example, this is 1970 Mars. Now where is that thing? Yeah, like for example this. No, it's absolutely smooth, nothing there. It's found a 90-degree angle. I had the higher resolution, but nevertheless, it was so blurry and so bad. It's being beaten here by an image that's 55 years old, which is ridiculous. Come on, just think about it. So let's zoom in here, grab a closer look The base, I know that the inversion didn't do much in this image. No, it just doesn't do a lot in there. So it doesn't really make sense. It does make the kind of 90-degree angle here a bit more visible. And it's kind of, look at this, kind of like a ramp going this way. And very interesting. Now I must say this was really hard to pull anything out of this image, because I mean it's still an image of an image, and it's really old. Well, that was the base. Now I had a couple more things here. This time I circled stuff out here. Not sure if this was something, or that was work in progress, because it's yeah, I remember this one. Let's show you this quickly. Why this sparked my interest. It almost looks like there's a leftover, like a circle here. Like, I have no idea what's going on there. Now if you zoom in completely, you can see that there's a black dark circle around this. Let me see if I can actually enhance this just a bit more. Which I will try, like uber sharpen it. So yeah, kind of, now you can see that there is a circle popping out here. It almost looks like some kind of mechanical piece. I have no idea. But you know, vertically standing up circles, I mean it's not just a circle, it's like a perfect circle. But there's so much more in these craters. You're just not seeing them anymore. At least in the newer images, as always. Now I don't know if I've covered everything here. And this crater looks really interesting, and we'll get in a moment right inside of that crater. And I think this is the right time to do that, and let's see. So basically, let me see if I can show you. Not this group. Not this group. This image here is like I can show it in the, why am I actually on this image? Zoom out, because I totally forgot I had like a layer here. It is like, if you can see, the image we're jumping into is like this part, this area, and it is a lot more defined, a lot better than on this image, because you can see that stuff is just popping out a lot more, and on this image it's kind of too bright, too vague, and I can't really work with that. But fortunately we're on this image now, and I'm going to show you interesting stuff, of course. Now I'll zoom in here and we'll jump into the disc, which is crazy. It really does look like a disc. Let's see what layer we shall pick. This one's quite fine. I need a brush layer here so I can point it out a lot better. I wish more channels would do this, but now everyone his own style, I guess, his or her. There's a really straight line here, so I usually use this tactic just to measure if something is really straight. So this is extraordinary straight for nature, and then you can vaguely see like it's going down and then going this way. There's a lot more to it, because when you look closely, it is connecting to a circle. Now this line here connects to this weird, no idea what this is, this kind of hump thing. And let me remove the line here, and it's going down. And I find this really interesting. I mean, it is some kind of disc sitting inside of this crater. And as always, I'll put my enhanced versions of the images on Google+, so follow me there. I hope you will download the image on your computer and then throw in some brightness contrast for yourself, because I'm as you can see, I'm tuned in to the crater itself to see what is in the crater basically. Let me see. And here's another kind of interesting angle. It's going to the back. That's quite interesting indeed. Let's zoom in. Let's remove the lines. So what do you think, guys? I mean, what shall we say about this one? It does actually go all the way here, then here, and then here. So, you know, can't definitely tell you exactly what this is. Just discovered it. So, anyways, let's go to the next crater here. So the whole main point there is to show you that all the images are a lot better. Now let's go back to the original one and show you. See? It's so much better. Ridiculous. A picture made on film 55 years ago. That's the whole point there. And of course, showing you the base, the weird disc shape. Now I think this one was just a bit better here in the inverted mode. Let me remove the circles here. And what I found interesting, there are a lot of people here that believe that there is or someone was mining on the moon, and because let me show you. Let me try and find an example here. Wish I'd prepared this one, totally forgot. Mining pit. So yeah, this is kind of like a mining pit, apparently. You can see how this goes. There are layers, there's a road, as you can reach and go more down. And this kind of a leftover here. I mean, the moon is destroyed. If someone in the past would be mining, then this ridge here does really remind me of it. Now let me see if I can. What shall we do? It's kind of a ridge here. It's really flat, and it's not really particularly something that you'd find in a crater. Now what the hell is this actually? Just found this one. Hold on, gotta check it out. Always gotta check out some stuff live. What a weird thing. I think I need to check out this ridge a lot more, a lot better. So that was a couple of other things here I would like to note before I close the video. Where is the inverting? Yeah, so yeah, this one. It's kind of weird to find this weird pattern or shape, and when I look at this thing here, for example, it almost looks like some kind of artifact, and then something coming out of this. Just notice that. We'll enhance that in a second. I would like to show you this pattern here. Hold on. Alright. I noticed this kind of triangle here. And and there's another triangle here. Let's see. We can definitely draw a triangle here. That's for sure. And then we have another, it's kind of blurry here. Another triangle here. So yeah, what do you think? I found the shape at least worthy to point out to you. Maybe you can make your own conclusions. Maybe you go enhancing for yourself. That's why we have YouTube. That's why I always read comments, and that's why I'm always happy when I receive a new comment. There might be something in there that I've missed, or maybe a new idea on what's going on exactly. I'm super intrigued by this. So give me a second here. By the way, in Photoshop I totally forgot, because, well, I've been starting to draw on the graphical tablet, like make paintings in Photoshop, so I had to relearn some basic hotkeys. You can use the brackets on your keyboard, literally the brackets, you just press them to make it bigger or smaller. So that might be a tip, if you're into anomalies for yourself as well. And I also found this interesting, quite interesting, this. It's kind of too vague to even talk about, but it looks like some kind of, I don't know, could this be like a building a long time ago? Not sure. At least I'm happy to find out the base here and the weird disc shape. I think I had another extra layer. Why did I do that? I think we call it video. I mean, this image is pretty big, and this is basically the main things that I found here. I hope they were clear enough. As always, I always need my main anomalies. In this case, it's the base and the disc shape right here. It's weird. There's a two straight line. This has nothing to do with the picture here. This is actually literally connected to the disc, and there's stuff coming out of here. If you look closely here, there are kind of dots here due to the due to the image. You can clearly see that it does go this way. That is not part of the image. So I hope you like this one. I'll post the enhanced images on Google Plus and the original ones because, well, I was collecting here. And yeah, I do have a link here. I'll definitely post a link, but it's like a really ginormous website with old school pictures, like a really badly made website. It's like a never-ending scrolling website. We have to scroll like for hours to get to one image. But I'll post it. Why not? And I'll post the grill contact page. So if you would be kind enough so that more people would, you know, try and send them an email, maybe they'll fix it. As I've shown you here, there are 10,000 images here we can't access. They're really high quality, with of course blur and hidden stuff, but it's really nice. I mean, I've seen pictures on there like a gigabyte big or so. So yeah, try and contact them. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you liked the anomalies in here, and I hope I've made you think. Never forget that we just looked at an image 55 years old, and it's a lot better than the new images we're getting. This is one of the few we can still access from the grill mission, which is 2012, like I said. And well, this time they don't have like an excuse. Well, we're lacking bandwidth. No, you're really close to the Earth, and it's like 2014. I mean, come on. Woo. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. And I don't know, by the way, I've been sending emails, but I'm not getting replies back. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if it's Gmail or if I've done something wrong. But if you have received a reply from me, let me know. And for the rest, thank you very much. Subscribe and press like, as always. Thank you. I don't do a lot of moon videos. Got some good reasons for that. But this is like real moon camera, right? It has been on the moon. It was on the moon on 2012, the whole mission grill, and basically the images that we gotten back, at least the ones that are left at the moment, look ridiculous. But now I have a request for you. If you just please help me while clicking here on contact us about space, and yeah, I'm always on top of those things, but it just isn't working. A lot of stuff on this site it isn't working. Now I went back to archive.org, so you can see I still remember that there's exactly like 10,000 images here. I have actually seen that number drop, which is, you know why. But so yeah, this is like archive.org. I've donated some money there in the past, about 50 years I guess. It's a really neat site. You can just check. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Olympus Sky, another video. And first off, if you'd like to listen just for a minute there, this video can become a bit messy. A lot of images here, a lot of things to show you, and it's not just about the couple of anomalies I'm about to show you, but it's about something different as well, which I would like to really point out. I've done this many times on my channel, but I'm feeling like doing this again, especially because and it will bring you to, come on, yeah, the contact page, and if it would be possible, just try and contact them as well and tell them that their site isn't working for months, no matter where you're from, no matter what browser it seems. Just go to images. Approximately 10,000 images. I had access to them in 2012, 2013. I was following the mission. Of course, I'm really enthusiastic if you didn't know that yet. Check out a state of an older website like it was previously, so you can pick a date here and check out what there was on that link that isn't working anymore. Now NASA is actually putting stuff in the code so it's so it won't be tracked by this Wayback Machine, it likes to be called. But anyways, if you could just like go to this page, I'll leave the link below, and contact them, and at least of course first try to click on images for yourself. But I haven't received